Today on Drama Farm.
Today, I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing. For the entirety of this year, I've attempted to separate myself from him and not talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue, and just not make it a public thing. I always tried my best to keep this to myself, but like I said, I feel like it's gone to the point, which I'll explain later, that I feel like it just has to be done. And I have always believed in not condemning people or starting drama online. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to be asking, why am I doing this and why now? And I would like to explain that.
I'll assume everyone watching this video today is intertwined in some type of Twitch lore. Therefore, you should know Emiru as well as Mizkif. About a week ago, it was hinted by Asmongold that something along the lines of this situation was going to implode.
This is why we're not invited anymore. You know that, right? Like, we just make these shitty ass remarks. This is why everyone fucking hates us, E-Rob.
Yep.
Everyone like has these theories on why everyone hates us. They hate us because we just do this. We just we just shit on everyone.
I don't even do that. It's only when I'm with you.
I'll be honest. I don't even care anymore. I don't even care anymore. I don't give a fuck. I can't care to try to pretend to have friendships anymore. And I can't care.
I don't get invited anymore anyway, bro.
Nope. No, you don't. We don't get invited.
That's not why people don't want to collaborate with Miz. It has nothing to do with it. And he knows that. He's lying. I don't know why he would say that. I don't know why he would do that. It's not even close to why. Spill the tea? I don't think I'm gonna have to. I've got a feeling, I might not have to. To be continued. Probably by somebody else. Why vague? Because there are some people who deserve to tell the story more than I do. How about that?
In this video, we gotta break down quickly Emiru's claims as well as Mizkif's response. So let's see what she has to say.
I don't want what happened to me or what has happened to other people because of him to happen to other people. And I don't believe he will ever stop behaving the way he does. But regardless, yeah, like I said, one of the main reasons I decided to do this stream is to come out about all of this because I can't hold on to it any longer because it feels wrong to do so. And
do you guys feel like this is fair for her to say? Personally, I feel like when you live most of your life online and your livelihood is made off of the fact that you live your life online and you get intertwined in a relationship with somebody else who's like that as well, and you guys are publicly close but privately even closer, then yeah, you gotta let this be known online. Mizkif is a guy who's had multiple allegations in these past couple of years, and his community is still strong. You guys are gonna see in a minute. So I'm not mad here at what she's doing, but I'm curious, do any of you think that she's wrong for publicly coming out to say all this?
an honorable mention reason for why I'm doing this is that for a while, he has been indirectly threatening me through my friends and people that I work with. They've informed me that he said that if I ever talked about anything he did, he would try to create a smear campaign against me in retaliation. I was told that he even approached other streamers who were close with us back when we lived together, asking them if they would join with him, and they all refused. At TwitchCon, he approached one of my employees, threatening them and saying if I ever talked about him, he would destroy me. Multiple people have told me that his plan was to claim that I kill animals and that I killed my own rabbits, since I had several of my rabbits pass away over the course of 3 years while I lived with him. I'm sure he's probably listening now, and it's probably gonna come as quite a shock to him that this information made its way back to me and that I've known for months. But if you try to threaten me to stay quiet, especially using my poor dead animals, I'm not going to stay quiet. Okay.
I was gonna make this video as soon as Emiru ended her stream, but I was surprised to see Mizkif went live. I thought he was gonna hide like a rat. He really should have. But he got on his stream to counter what Emiru had to say. He's trying to defend himself and keep his name cleared. I don't think it's possible to keep your name clear at this moment in time. There's people right now that are standing with him. Let's see what he had to say about the rabbits.
Emiru has a lot of rabbits. It was her calling when she first moved in.
Let me move so y'all can see the chat.
But as those rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food, no water, sometimes not having clean bedding for weeks. I, along with many others, who would come over, would give them what they needed, and I would tell her all the time to take care of them, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits. So
How unserious is Mizkif? To the point where he's keeping his donos on. He knows his community's gonna say some nut-ass shit. How long has he been streaming? What is going through his mind that he doesn't know to turn his donos off when going to talk about a serious statement such as this? You could tell that he's reading off of something. So that means he came in with a certain level of preparedness.
much that many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt terrible. And my brother once came over and said, and I quote, "If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you."
You know, it's really crazy to me, the final part of his statement. Because what did that have to do with anything? Your brother said, what?
Quote, "If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you."
Can somebody please explain to me why he included that? So right here, bro's gonna talk about a piece of why the relationship was so turbulent.
I claim I covered up sexual assault. It was proven wrong, but that destroyed my mental health. I felt like my brain cracked, and I claim I covered up sexual assault. It was proven wrong, but that destroyed my mental health. I felt like my brain cracked, and I was never the same since. I was suicidal, depressed, and I didn't know what to do with my own life. Every day felt like an absolute nightmare. I was losing OTK, my mental health, and all my friends. Emiru was one of the only people that were there for me. She ditched sponsors to go with me to Japan.
Dry our lips.
She went with me anywhere I needed because she wanted me to be happy. And she knew sometimes I freaked out, I lashed out, but she loved me and she knew I was in a terrible mental place. It got so bad, the stress and constant talking about the same things over and over and no sleep and depression, that most of my hair started to fall out and Emiru started to hurt herself while we were in Japan. As this time happened, I was a massive wreck. Couldn't think straight, and being that Emiru hung out with me all day, she too started to become high-strung. Ugh. We would yell at each other, fight and argue all the time. Things we never once did. I felt this relationship was taking a huge strain. But I thought it could be fixed over time since things were just so amazing that first year. But as we stayed around longer, I started resenting her a lot more. You can take it out of remote only mode. But as we stayed around longer, I started resenting her a lot more. I never want to talk about this.
There's certain things about Miz that's just so fucking fake to me. You can take it out of emote only mode. Why is that a focal point of what he's saying? Why are you even saying that? You care so much about what your chat thinks, what the viewers think, and this is something that Emiru exposed about this guy. She also exposed this.
Bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruise very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye, but he always, you know, was like, oh, it's an accident, and I was like, oh yeah.
If you guys want to see more clips about the situation that you haven't already, let me know in the comments. Whose side do you guys stand on? I feel like it's hard not to stand with Emiru. The picture she's painted in just the clips we watched today, as well as her full stream exposing this guy, just leads me to question, how was he getting so much love and support when he went live? So that means some of you guys stand with Mizkif, and if you do, let me know why. Because right now, in this moment, I can only think he's a scumbag that's only ever truly cared about himself. And I kind of got that vibe watching his streams here and there, but I kind of thought it was a stream character. Come to find out, it's not. Let's close it out with this. Asrin Gold had some comments on the situation.
I don't know. And so, it always was bad vibes. I mean, you know, in a way, like, there's a part of me that feels kind of responsible in a way, because like I wish I had just known more. If I was able to just know more and be more assertive and, you know, everything. But at the end of the day, I mean, I can't really fucking know everything, and I don't think anybody thought it was as bad as it was. And I apologize for, you know, platforming Miz to the extent that I did. It was a mistake. I didn't know it at the time, but it was a mistake. So
before I go, that clip sparked up a question in my mind. Is Asmongold the one that made Mizkif? Is he the one that put the battery in his back? Somebody let me know in the comments.